Creatives, Joseph Sakura here, and welcome back to our lockdown series. This is day number 9. We're rattling through these now, and this is a series of videos where I just want to give you a small little nugget of piano goodness that you can use to sit down at that piano and just play it. Get creative, exercise that creative muscle, maybe develop your musical ear, you know, all that goodness, and just have some fun. So today, I want to give you 4 really nice chords, and all we're going to do is learn them and then get creative with them. So our 4 chords are, and I've chosen these to be fairly basic chords, but just with an added little twist in there to make them a bit more interesting, is an F major chord with an added G. So this is chord number 1. Okay, so this is an F major added 2. Okay, and I'm using my thumb, my second finger, my third finger, and my 5th finger. Our second chord is one of my favourite chords. I use this in all sorts of stuff that I play, different styles and whatever. It always seems to come out, and it's just, I just love it. It's a G major chord here with an added C. Okay, so it's basically an added 4. It's a G major added 4, but it's this particular way of playing it. I love how that C rides over the top. It just creates that really nice bit of dissonance. I just particularly like it. So I've put that in there as well. Thumb here on the D, second finger on the G, third finger on the B, and little finger, finger 5 on the C. That's chord number 2. Chord number 3, moving up, we've got A with an A minor 7. And by the way, all I'm doing is the left is playing octaves. You can play single notes if you want, but all I'm doing is playing octaves. And this is an A minor 7 chord, so this is a regular A minor chord, so that's a thumb, third finger, and the 5th finger, E, A, C, with an added G in there with that for second finger. And our 4th chord, our last chord, is a regular C major chord, without anything else in. Why, I hear you ask? Well, that's a really good question. Why? Stop it, Joseph. You're being a cheesy music teacher. Stop being a cheesy music teacher. A really good, sort of simplistic technique in order to create music that makes people sit up and go, oh, that sounds nice. Oh. We've got all these different weird chords here. Okay, in very simplistic terms, we've got some weird chords, chords with extra little fluff in there, bits in there. And then C is our home chord. We're in the key of C, so if we make that really clean, we emphasize that home feeling. We've gone off on a little journey here in all these little extra bits and pieces, and then boom, when we hit home, we want to emphasize that release, that home feeling. So that's why I've left C as it is. It just creates a really nice, listenable to piece of music. You know, I thought it'd be interesting for you to play around with it. So those are our 4 chords. And by the way, on the C major chord, I'm just using my thumb, my second finger, and my little finger, like that, okay? So 1, 2, and 5. So we've got an F major with an added 2, we've got G major with an added 4, we've got A minor 7, and we've got a C major chord, okay? So those are our 4 chords. Your first task is to learn those chords. You want to make sure that you can move between those chords pretty easily in the right hand. It might take you a little while to get used to them. But if you notice, the right hand it stays in the same location on the keys, right? We're not like moving up and down or anything. And I've done that on purpose, so we're reducing the amount of complexity here. I'm trying to make it manageable. So once you've got used to those chords, now comes the fun part, and essentially it's just about letting loose, letting go. There is no such thing as wrong as long as you stick to these 4 chords, and I want you to start just experimenting and putting them into any order you want. Just get going, just start. So I'll start with the F, you know. Where do I want to go next? Maybe the C, and the G, back to the C, A minor, maybe the F. And it's about experimenting first with just moving between those chords. Which chord combinations do you particularly like? And then it's about experimenting with rhythm. And you might be able to start feeling a bit of a pulse in there when you get used to it. might start locking into a bit of a groove with the rhythms that you're doing. So these are all, by the way, stages that you need to spend a good bit of time on. I'm just whizzing through them quite quickly. But essentially that's all I'm doing. I'm taking those 4 chords and I'm just playing, I'm just experimenting, putting them in any order. One last thing I want to show you as well is I've got a metronome on my phone here. I've actually got my camera set up on it right now, so just bear with me a second. Okay, so I'll set this off at 100 at 4/4, so that's 100 beats per minute, 4 beats in a bar, and it's this kind of a speed here. You can choose whatever speed you want, and then we can start playing around with rhythms on top of that as well. But the bonus of doing it this way is it'll keep you in time, so. Start really letting loose and getting a bit freer with this. And of course, you know, I'm telling you can get creative within those 4 chords, but that's the point. We're locking ourselves down into just this. And I hope you can see how just by locking yourself down to a minimal number of things, you can get experimental and creative with them. And then of course the world is open to start adding in extra little bits over time. We could add another chord in, another chord in, and start really getting to grips with that. But you're doing that built on that foundation of being comfortable within what you've already done. Stop waffling, Joseph, that is it for day number 9. I really hope you're safe and well. Don't forget you can grab my best adult piano practice plan in the cards down the information box down below. Do not forget to smash that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, as well as that notification bell next to it so you know when I upload new videos. But until next time, stay safe, stay creative, and I'll see you in day number 10. Peace.